So one of the ways you can get fully funded scholarship in the US is for you to apply early. And I know majority of people are constantly asking, how do I know when I am supposed to apply early? So in today's video, I'll be walking you through the application timeline of US universities. Besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ola. If you are new here, on my channel I provide tips on how you can study abroad, ranging from the application process up until funding details, up until you are established in whatever country you have chosen to study abroad. And if you are new here, please feel free to check through other videos. I'm sure you will definitely find something for you. And to all my old and existing subscribers, thank you so much for coming back to watch my video. Thank you for all your comments. I see a lot of your comments. I see your emails. I see your encouraging words. Thank you so much. I am really grateful. And we're on our way to the big 10K. So please continue to share my video, continue to comment, continue to recommend my videos to people, okay? But yeah, in today's video, I'll be walking you through the most asked questions, the frequently asked questions, which is what is the application timeline for US universities. So many people keep asking me. So many people would apply for admission by March and they'll be like, oh, I'm expecting to get a feedback after 1 week. When should I be expecting feedback? What is the timeline? So that is what we'll be discussing today. And if that seems like something you are interested in, then I would say just sit back, get a drink, and we will jump right into the video. Welcome back. In Nigeria, we call it twin semester. Harmattan, yeah, I think that's what we call it, Harmattan semester. So the US has 3 application semesters or terms, which are like the summer, the fall, the spring, and the summer. But the 2 most popular ones is what we'll be discussing today, which is the fall and the spring application semester. So when should you start applying? Now, I would say you cannot apply until a school has opened the application portal. However, you can start searching for schools, knowing what schools you want to apply to, trying to gather all your application material as soon as you are ready. Now, I'm going to give you an instance. Let's take, for instance, you want to apply for fall 2025. And you know it at the back of your mind that, okay, come fall 2025, I want to be in the US. Something you need to do is, now that you know it, you can start searching for schools now. It is never too early to search for schools. You can start searching for schools now, and when the portal opens, which we will discuss in this video, you submit, because now you know that you have all your materials together and you submit. So I'm sure majority of you are wondering, what is the fall, what is the spring? So the fall semester is the beginning of the semester. And typically, most schools resume in August or September. Some schools resume in September, some schools resume in August. Why spring is the continuation of the semester. Some people, like US universities, they allow people to resume either in the fall or you are resuming in the spring. Unlike Nigerian universities where the semester just starts in the rain semester, there's nothing like spring semester intake or Harmattan semester intake. So it is quite different in that. So the spring semester typically starts in January or February. So if you are planning for the spring 2025 semester, know that it starts in January, or some schools also resume in February. So now that we've gotten the resumption time out of the way, we will jump into when should you start preparing? When is the application timeline? When should you expect admission decision? So with the first one being fall, remember that I said that the fall application, they typically resume in August or September, which is August or September 2025. So if you are thinking of applying for admission for the fall 2025 term, this is the best time for you to start, because application typically opens around September, October, with most deadlines being due December and January, and some deadlines are also due in February. Now, particularly if you are looking for scholarship, you need to know that it is very important for you to apply early. You know, some schools will put it on their portal that they have priority deadline, why they have other deadlines. Some schools will even say, oh, we have a rolling admission, but we have priority deadline. And even some schools with the rolling admission, if you want scholarship, they still want you to apply early. Remember that scholarship sometimes is limited. And when they say priority deadline, it's not like if you apply after that deadline, you will not get admission. But priority deadline is that, okay, we are considering you and we are going to give you scholarship. Now, if scholarship is still remaining for people that applied after the priority deadline, then it will be given. But you know, you want to put yourself in the situation where, okay, I am applying when they are actually giving scholarship. Track to the fall. So now, this is March, right? I'm guessing this video would be out in March by the special grace of God. Amen. So, yeah, this is March. You can start searching for schools now. I gave you a video on how you can search for schools that will give you fully funded scholarship. And I'm going to link that video on the screen. Watch that video. Use the procedure there. Start searching for schools. Note the deadline of the schools. Now, when you note the deadline, you know, some schools will shift deadline because, you know, the deadline that is currently on the portal now might be the deadline for this fall, which is fall 2024. But most of the time, the deadline will not really shift. It might just be a day or two in extension. Do you get? So just note the deadline. Know that, okay, this is when a school typically this is when the deadline of a school typically is. And start gathering your material now. Look at their essay prompt. Start writing your essay now. Start gathering your transcripts now. Start gathering your recommendation letters now. Start, you know, all of these things so that when the school application portal opens in August or September or October, you are the first person to apply. Probably not the first person, but you are part of the first set of people to apply. So that way, it is easy for them to consider you for scholarship. Now, still talking on the fall, the fact that you applied in October does not mean you will get decision. Now, remember that you are applying early. So don't apply and expect that, okay, next week, if I apply early now, next week I will get decision. No. Aside from a school that has a rolling admission. Now, if a school has a rolling admission, you should give them 2 weeks. You should probably get a decision after 2 weeks. But if a school has strict deadline, you will not get decision until after the deadline. Take, for instance, a school tells you that their deadline is December 1 and you applied in October. Of course, you don't expect them to get back to you until after their deadline. And typically for the fall, schools typically get back around January, February, March, April. For some schools, they still get back around April. For decision, like they will give you the admission decision. Probably they are admitting you or they are not. And also with that, I'm also going to tell you that once you submit your application portal, once you submit your application, the portal should be your best friend. You should always check your portal, and your email should also be your best friend. Now, the reason you should check your portal is some schools will get back to you via email, while some schools will not get back to you via email. So it is very important that you are also checking your portal. So I hope that the fall timeline is clear. For most graduate students, when a school gives you decision, they will tell you to get back to them by April 15, so that they know if you'll be accepting the offer or not. And if you are not accepting the offer, they can reach out to other people. So that's why I said sometimes a school might even get back to you after April. Some schools might get back to you in May because they are waiting for people to reject the offer so that they can give you the admission. So now that we've gotten fall out of the way, I hope the fall application is clear. If it is unclear, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now let us move to spring, because I believe that majority of you can still redeem yourself for the spring 2025, which is January next year. Portal typically would open around June, July. Some portal even open around April, May. So start gathering your application now, and typically they will get back to you from like September, October, November, December. That's when they will get back to you so that you can start preparing for your visa application. We all know that that visa thing takes time, okay? So make sure that by now, I'm even sure some schools, I'm sure that some schools probably have their application portal open already for the spring 2025. So if you are looking at spring 2025, I would say, you know what? Start applying now, so that the earlier you get your admission, the earlier you can also tackle the visa thing. When you apply for the spring, you should typically expect a decision latest December, because I mean school resumes in January, so the latest time you should expect a decision is December. If after December they don't get back to you, then I think you can start, probably not give up, but you can start, you know, like doubting. Do you get what I'm saying? So I hope this is clear to you, and best of luck to everybody that wants to come to the US to study. May all your application, may it be approved. May you get all the admission decision that you really want to get. May you get into your dream schools, because I think that is also important. May you get into your dream schools. And please, like I said earlier, we are on our way to 10K. So share my video, comment down below, give my video a thumbs up. Baby, give my video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Like my friend would say, subscription does not bite. And literally, subscription is also free. So yeah, I will see you in the next video.